Now, the main event, what everyone is here for, the chance to really thank our legislators and give them a few minutes to speak about what they've been up to, which, as we all know, has been just unbelievable. So I'm going to start by introducing John Gould from Senator Hinds' office. We're glad to have you here, John. Senator Hinds is staying in his baby bubble with his newborn, which we think is a really great place for him right now. So, John, welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Gould. I am the Hilltown Community Liaison for Senator Adam Hinds, who is now in about his 5th year as the state senator for Berkshire, Franklin, Hampshire, and Hampden County. He has 52 towns, a couple cities in there. And as Diana said, he and his wife Alicia are the new parents of a new baby, and they had him on May 27th, and his name is Raphael Hinds, and he came about a month early, but things are going very well for the senator and Alicia and for Rafa, so he extends his best to you all here, and as Diana said, he's got his hands busy with a newborn. I love coming to these events. One of the ones I remember from a couple years ago was at the Eaglebrook School, and I think it was one of the, it was the museum, the Pecumtuck Museum curator who was talking about a new show at the museum around the Hitchcocks, Aura, and I can't remember Mr. Hitchcock's first name, but after that event, I went to that show and I learned so much about dinosaurs and natural history and our area, so it's always great to come to these events. I just wanted to highlight 4 things that Senator Hinds has been working on along with our team. So the first time I saw the senator in more than a year was back in March when he came to Shelburne Falls to announce the awarding of $100,000 that he secured as part of the late FY21 state budget, and that money was combined with $30,000 from Mass Development and $15,000 from the Community Foundation of Massachusetts, of Western Mass, and those funds were given out in grants to farmers, artists, nonprofits, and businesses who had been impacted by COVID-19, and those entities were in Shelburne, Ashfield, Buckland, Rowe, Charlemont, Conway, and the administrative team that helped figure out how to run that program included Amy Shapiro, Whit Sanford, Bruce Lessels, and Jessica Atwood. So that is one thing that he's been focusing on. Our team has also been focused on participating in meetings that are looking at the short-term solutions and long-term solutions for how people relate to the Deerfield River. There's so much interest in outdoor recreation along the river, and last year was, I think, a record year for the number of visitors, or very close. And so thanks to the leadership of Linda Dunleavy from FERCOG and Jessica Atwood, there is planning underway both for this summer, how to make things better for the residents who live along the river, near the river, for the business owners, for other townspeople, for people who care deeply about the ecology of the river. So that type of planning is going on. In the FY22 budget, which is now in conference, Senator Hinds added an amendment that would provide $100,000 for a study of the longer-term ways to improve access to the river and work on all of those issues that I mentioned. So we're hopeful that that makes it through conference. Two other things that I wanted to mention. Another thing that the senator has been working on since 2017 when he took office is improving access to broadband, and the towns, especially the smaller towns in Senator Hinds' district, many of them have not had broadband and are working towards it, and the senator has been leading with other members of the delegation on that. And it's amazing what a investment our towns have made to bring broadband to our region, something that hasn't had to happen for people in other parts of the state. Bill Ennin, who is one of the people who has been leading this effort in the state, has given us figures that between the towns and the state, about $66 million has been spent to bring broadband to the so-called last mile towns. And I think about 2/3 of that has come from the towns themselves. So an extraordinary investment when our towns have so much to spend on with often not enough money in their, with strains on taxpayers. One recent initiative that he put in this most recent budget, which is now being negotiated, is to do something that the governor also asked for, which was to put the oversight of broadband under the Department of Telecommunications and Cable. And the sense is that under DTC, there would be a real deep look into what communities have broadband, which ones don't, what are the qualities and how good is internet in different parts of the state. And so Senator Hinds has been working with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers and the DTC on this, and so we hope that goes through. And finally, I also wanted to highlight the fact that many businesses across the state have gotten PPP loans, and if that money is spent according to the guidelines, the federal government will not collect on those loans. And as part of state law, those loans were subject to taxation. And last year, the legislature worked to make it so that those would be non-taxable. And the senator and our team are working to make sure that loans that are forgiven in 2021 will also be not subject to taxation. So I just want to close in saying that the senator and our team are always happy to engage, and look forward to continuing conversations about these and many other things. So thank you for this event.